Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacast with me, host ImperialDane, the one and only Master Propaganda hero, like defender of the fatherland, off here to 1v1 on Twin Beaches. In the south, we have auxiliary priests fighting here for America, freedom, democracy, and liberty. Here with the 3rd Infantry Division straight in with Airborne Battle Group. Into Rapstart here. And apparently 30 kills apparently airdropped. In the north, we have the one and only ImperialDane fighting for the Wehrmacht to Germany, Deutschland. Here with the 15th Panzergrenadier Division. As always, a big hearty thanks to my patrons for the continued and generous support of the Propagandacast. Keeps allowing me to make all these wonderful videos. And a big thanks to Authority. Can't quite remember that one. Oh wait, Authority there for pledging on Patreon support the Propagandacast. And a big thanks to Xander for donating to support the Propagandacast with his unearned money. Helps keep the Propagandacast running and allow me to keep a bit more focus on this. Second round squad there for Auxiliary Priest. So going hard on the infantry in the early game. We got Grenadiers pushing forwards here for the Fasterland, Pioneers, Southfords, and Northfords. Note, I'm going for the Double Pioneer start as I'm going for the Mechanized Battle Group, but also because the American metagame has been so saturated with armor to a degree spec ops, which means weasels and jeeps, and the cannon crowd I find just tends to be a bit more vulnerable in that, so I've sort of moved back towards a Double Pioneer opening as it is less exposed against that, plus as mentioned I'm going for the Mechanized Battle Group. I'll go into detail though once we get over to my perspective. Scouts, Ravens heading forwards here, moving up the west side here. Pioneers in the west, Grenadiers setting out, sandbags up here. There go first shots fired here, Ralph got the Pioneers. Second Grenadiers got here for the Fatherland, pushing ahead here for Deutschland. We got the Scouts here pushing southwards as well. Third Ralph squad here for Auxiliary Priest. Ralph squad is the Pioneer here, close to my base. Second Grenadiers coming forwards. Moving southwards here, basic thinking is up here. That means most of his forces are there, meaning the south side is significantly more vulnerable, meaning if I just push down here, of course need to make sure I defend my cutoff point, I can make fairly good progress here against Auxiliary Priest without exerting too much manpower. Of course, you can see Ralph's coming up, he might just push for the cutoff point. Scouts almost being overcome, and I think at this point, I'm going to realize, hang on, I probably should get my Grenadiers back towards the cutoff point. Yeah, in fact, there we go. He's moving in, he slightly gives away there, grabbing the point here, basically a tripwire move there. In fact, I'm moving back both Grenadiers here to counteract this attempt to it. Pioneers in MD40 as well here. And we got the Infantry Support Center here for Auxiliary Priest. Very much standard here amongst USF flares. It's just really good. You get a free unit. And a lot of the upgrades you get for your riflemen and infantry in general are just amazingly good. Pioneer Grenadiers here, clashing with Ralph's got forcing away there for the Fatherland. Come on, Otto! I want you to lift that rifle higher. No, not that high. Over. Using the southern fuel points, there you go. Probably need to send both Grenadier squads back here, but oh well, and I'm laying down a mine now to defend the cutoff point. Auxiliary Priest there, though keeping up good pressure elsewhere, but it's definitely starting to encounter some slight consternation and challenges now here. Back here, going for the Panzergrenadier Company, also a part of their strategy, just faster Panzergrenadier Company, and that means faster Panzergrenadiers. That's with the current meta where M8 rushes are very common. Hanging around with your Grenadiers too much isn't ideal, I find. And that's break for a find, at least for me, has lost some value. At least the kind of builds I typically tend to prefer anyways, and so faster Panzer Grenadiers and faster Stugs is a bit more the order of the day here for me. Scrams here for the Ralph squad as it pushes ahead here, quickly bypassing. We also got early grenades here. Assaulting Mount Bacon there. Machine gun sitting up. We've got Ralph on the flank here, though. Yeah, no 30 cal airdrop so far. Finding on the hill continues at a brutal pace. Machine sitting up with the grenade, though. Definitely a bit of risk instead of having a machine gun by me, and it almost cost from the machine gun, of course, right here. I do bring in my Grenadiers to immediately merge with it. Quickly getting up some extra gunners there. As an extra fun fact, but apparently they got Nightscope MP40s for the Night Fighter skin for the Grenadiers there. All the way though. Grenadiers rob the Ralph squad. Got the medical station up here for Auxiliary Priest. No sign of the motor pool yet, partly because I've been able to like somewhat deny resources and put pressure on him. Of course, it might also be he's actually not planning that. In fact, he's going for a very early demolitions package. That's got to be one of the fastest admission packages I've actually seen so far. So it's clearly up to something. Then we got the first Panzer squad out here. And I will be transferring out one of my Grenadier squad, in fact, let's put it in perspective, for a Panzer Grenadier squad more. Typically tend to be what I actually do with these kind of strategies, and I'll just briefly explain. There you go. Also fuel seizure, so I'll just briefly explain here my current strategy with Mechanized, which I'm still working on, admittedly, and refining, but currently the basic plan is you go for fuel seizure as fast as possible. In this case, I didn't go for it as fast as possible, and this is also why I went for double pioneers, because with Cannon creds do not synergize for fuel seizure, which for those who don't know what it does, it means when your infantry captures a fuel point, you immediately get +5 fuel. So obviously the cannon credit does not count as infantry, so in this sense the pioneers, besides being hard to deal with by a jeep, also can trigger the fuel seizure ability alongside your other infantry. And so by going for fuel seizure, I can both A, build up fuel faster for, like, you know, say a Stug or anything else, but it also means in case of an aggressive harassment due to a jeep or weasel, I am less susceptible because, again, as soon as I grab the points back, I at least get some of the resources back in a sense immediately. So fuel seizure both, in a sense, rewards me for playing aggressive with my infantry by just hitting his fuel points, but it also provides insurance against fuel harassment. So that's kind of the reason here why I'm sort of been focusing more towards mechanized as of late with my Wehrmacht builds. It's partly because fuel seizure, and obviously there's a lot of other really good stuff in the battle group, make no mistake, but fuel seizure is sort of like one of those key abilities that really has me going for this battle group a lot more. And another element, of course, with this strategy, of course, is I rush out Panzer Grenadiers in large numbers because Riflemen in the early game do tend to struggle. So the Panzers want to get veterans, so the Panzers all tend to perform better versus the Riflemen as well. Even with bars, veteran Panzer Grenadiers tend to, like, you know, give them a very tough time. So, in this regard, the strategy in that way is sort of being tailored to meet the current USF meta. Again, it's not a flawless one, it definitely has some kinks, but I do think it has some merits, at least worth considering. So, gaining some good map control here, though, versus Auxiliary Priest. Panzer is moving forwards, got the support elements on the way. They obviously want to make sure and get out the Stug fast, and again, good aggressive fuel control, but also fuel seizure helps me to, you know, get those Stugs out a bit faster here. So, again, something to consider there. Meanwhile, though, used force of this striking up the southeast side here. Very good play there, of course, by Auxiliary Priest. Of course, here by Mount Bacon, we've got a retreat, or bomb grenade on the retreat path here. Kills Joey and Bobby. And Leroy there falls as well there. Scouts grab the eastern fuel point here. Grenadiers, Pioneers setting out. Will delay my medical station a bit there so I can get out the Stug 3G first. Again, priorities, since I don't know exactly what my opponent is doing. I'm assuming, though, a Greyhound rush, so I want the Stug ready. Panzers from the machine supported going for the car point. Again, trying my best to, like, delay his fuel income and deny him, let's see, the possibility of, like, a fast Greyhound. Seeing they catch the Captain Rascal here in the middle of the road. Routing here the scouts from the southeast. German forces keeping up good pressure against the Americans. And we got bars now as well here for Auxiliary Priest, a move I was not actually expecting. I mean, I got the Stug on the way. The Sturmgeschütz. Got something being airdropped here, likely a paratrooper squad here though for Auxiliary Priest. I mean, it could be airdropping a 30 cal, but I think airdropping a 30 cal behind enemy lines like that is a bit much. But so far, strong map control here from me. The fast Panzer Grenadiers again, slightly throwing my opponent there, a bit off the usual curve he might be hoping to pull off. We got the paratroopers out there as well of Auxiliary Priest, no sign of upgrades, though I would not be surprised if the Stug prompts bazookas. A capture point is being overrun. North here going for the victory point and the fuel point. Sturmgeschütz deployed. There we go, Sturmgeschütz deployed, adding the penalty machine gewehr right away. Paul's got healing on the way now as well. Panzer Grenadiers withdrawing. And overall, again, aggressive map control here and harassment is very much the name of the game here. The enemy has taken a victory point. Pioneers in a bit of trouble. Sturmgeschütz rolling ahead. Penalty machine gewehr almost done. I could even consider, like, here now going for the officers' quarters because I got 2 Panzer Grenadier squads in the Stug, which of course would benefit significantly from Getting Vexen's run already. Paratroopers with the Panzerguns there. Already poor Jürgen airdrops dead. Heinz there now follows him to the pixelated afterlife. Going for raid package. Panzer there being routed by the sheer number of American troops. Stuka engaging by Mount Bacon. American forces push up the main road on the south side here. On the beaches by the landing zone. Scouts and Captain the Grenadiers by the southern fuel point. Machine and Gewehr sending up to cover the flankers. There you go. Big push here by Auxiliary Priest. Trying to get that flank on the Stuka, but instead are met with unrelenting firepower. We got the Panzerguns flanking in here now as well here. Catching his men there in quite the vice. And he's basically forced to withdraw here or suffer extreme casualties. He only suffers one paratroop squad loss here, and the rifle squad can quickly be healed up as well there. So, good, I would say, response there by Auxiliary Priest. Rifle squad moving from north here, around to the Stuka's machine and Gewehr. MD Forge setting up here just in time, though we do get a grenade here. Rifle squad, they're taking heavy damage. Panzerguns moving to cover the retreat path as well here. That is why moving up here. So, can actually hit them on retreat and maybe have a chance of scoring a wipe on Auxiliary Priest. And that way make things significantly less comfortable for him. Got double anti-tanks airdropped for Auxiliary Priest, so that's clear what it's going to go for. No sign of upgrades for the paratroopers, but seeing as he's airdropped double AT guns, I'm suspecting he's going to go for light machine guns as paratroopers once he has the munitions, obviously. Got 444 was 423, so far fairly close between the two sides. Paratroopers there of the 82nd Airborne, leading men of the 3rd Infantry Division to the war. South side here, captaining forwards, wondering where the rest of his company is. Guys, where are you? Damn it.
They've pushed us off a sector.
Sturmgeschütz moving forwards. That change on the flank here means this is going to be a bad idea, though, of course. I don't know that yet. Got Panzer moving up with the Grenadier support. You got the Panzer being focused on with the Rifle Squad and the paratroopers here. The M1 carbines firing away. The M1 carbine, a weapon intended for rear echelon troops, but found rather a lot of popularity with frontline troops. One particular the paratroopers, as it was fairly handy. Rifle Squad him down to the Panzerguns and the Grenadiers. Going in quite aggressively. Machine sets to further practice covering fire here. Anti-tanks withdrawing. Stuka there, holding back no 7 there. Go Rifle Squad being forced back. South side, the captain just slowly inching forwards. Back at base here for Auxiliary Priest. Not much else happening. Paratroopers on the hill here are being engaged by the Sturmgeschütz. Panzer moving forwards there. Go quick merge here from the Grenadiers to keep them at full strength. Which effectively means the Panzer Grenadiers, as long as the Grenadier squad is nearby, is effectively larger there. That, of course, is a neat reason to keep your Grenadiers close to your Panzer Grenadiers during an offensive, because, again, suddenly, you got a lot more Panzer Grenadiers. Congratulations, you're a Panzer Grenadier. Now pick up that guy's Sturmgewehr. Okay. Got the officer's quarters up as well here. Bit rougher here now for Auxiliary Priest. He still has the victory point. In fact, he keeps building on it as I'm more focused on just like push back his forces and securing, good map control here, which doesn't necessarily correlate with always having all the victory points or victory point lead. There you go. Quick mechanized assault from the Panzer Grenadiers. Stuka engaged in the flank of the M1 anti-tank guns. Cabaldi loading here on the anti-tank gun. Swiftly sorting out there. Mines in the little road. Anti-tank crew there cleared out. Panzer Grenadiers taking heavy damage. Needs to withdraw here. South side of the Panzer Grenadier Gruppe moving forwards. And up north here, falling back in the face of the American push here. At this point, I would like to note I have 3 Panzer Grenadier squads out. Which, of course, again, is much more achievable here with just the officer's quarters. Going for another Stuka now. Part because with the knowledge he's gone for bars, I know I don't have to worry about light vehicles right away, so going for more Panzer Grenadiers to counter the Rifle Squad and for that matter unupgraded paratroopers makes a lot of sense, especially once got the officer's quarters up here. And the Panzer Grenadiers moving forwards. Sturmgeschütz in need of repairs. Pushing northwards again, and note the tactical formation where the Panzer Grenadiers lead the way, but are supported by the Grenadiers. The Cannonballs on a pinch quickly merge with the Panzer Grenadiers.
Enemy movement near a victory point.
Captain hits the mine, and Captain gets taken out by the mine. Panzer closing up here in the scouts, quickly overwhelming them. There's the power of Deutschland. Meanwhile, Artillery Priest are going for the tank depot.
They've taken our victory point.
We'll have to see, of course, what exactly goes from the tank depot.
Contested.
Rail squad being mowed down the info too. Got the Panthers pushing forwards, trampling over the Americans. Captain listening up behind, though of course needs to be careful with the retreat path being covered with Panzer Grenadiers, as that could quickly cost him the captain entirely. 142 to 351, of course, got a victory point up north now. Machining moving towards the south side here. Captain being swarmed. Rail squad need to keep up here. Pursuit of the captain again is at risk of getting wiped out here. And there you go, Rail going for deeper flank here. Pioneers meeting up here, routing them. Also worth noting, we do have heavy anti-tank mines here from Auxiliary Priest. In fact, he's got several down. Thumbs up to that. And in fact, I haven't actually got any minesweepers out. Part because most American players I'm used to playing against don't do this. So of course, this is really smart what Auxiliary Priest is doing. 2 thumbs up. And I really, of course, to some degree, particularly when they've got multiple Pioneers, should have one with minesweeper kits. Out of my perspective, got one Panzer Grenadier squad riding along the Sturmgeschütz for a bit of mechanized infantry action. Down the southern field point again, we got 351 422. Rail squad scouts pushing for the southern field point, going for the cutter point here. Grenadiers, Pioneers, that's ready. And moving in there, Panzer's popping off here. Big push of infantry, still no upgrades for Auxiliary Priest paratroopers, which is starting to look just a bit odd. Anti-tanks and course in response to the Sturmgeschütz on the beaches. Just withdrawing from here. Not really a lot of great cover to fight from, and I figure just putting them back, healing them up, that's going to make a lot more sense. Like, at this point, I'm not really looking to, like, fight a prolonged engagement right next to his base. I'm just looking to, like, mess with his economy. Auxiliary Priest, meanwhile, of course, might benefit more from pressuring me elsewhere. But he's definitely relying on the double anti-tank to keep my Stugs a bit further away there at times. Which is why I immediately withdraw the Stugs quite a far bit away there. Back at base for me, I've got the Panzer Company up, and I'm adding the armoured side skirts, which of course adds a fair chunk of health to my Stugs, which is, pretty good. And it basically allows, amongst other things, to survive, like, a pair of double anti-tank guns firing 2 volleys at them. That's, I find, very big, particularly considering how cost-effective the Stugs already are. Making them even more cost-effective with armoured side skirts is great. And then goes Schutzen up. Rail's got to push back, got the point-blank blast. Absolutely great ability. For those wondering how does it operate, basically fires 3 high-explosive shells. And of course it needs to get into close range in the first place, but after that, if the unit retreats, it can still fire at the unit from afar. So, bit of an explanation there to point-blank blast, as most people don't quite understand how it works, and obviously could be explained much more clearly. It's been fortunate enough having the paratrooper still an upgrade there. We got 105 million Sherman here on the way, though, for Auxiliary Priest. Definitely not the most expected choice there. South charge here blowing out quite a bit of that house, and the house next door. Oh, those Americans, Maria, they always make us such a racket. And blow down their neighbors' front doors. Panzer's pioneering 40 anti-tanks to the ready. Stugs remain reserve up here. Again, partly because I don't exactly know where the anti-tank guns are, so I can't really send in the Stugs, even with armoured side skirts, unless I like a good over there. And there go Panzer's rushing after the anti-tank guns, because once they're on the run, I can just send in the Stugs to clear out the mess. But now, we got the 105 German for Auxiliary Priest to help deal with my infantry. As I imagine, he's had enough of all these goddamn Panzer Grenadiers and wants to put a very firm end to them. As you might notice, they're definitely starting to give his riflemen a bit of a tough time, and once they actually turn above, they can really give riflemen, I find, a very uncomfortable time of it. Got another airdrop here, though, from Auxiliary Priest. Got a Sturmpanzer on the way for me, part because of all the anti-tanks. I think, you know what? Surely, that must work. Meanwhile, we got a third airdrop entering in here, though, for Auxiliary Priest. So he's clearly relying on the bulldozer jumps, like, both absorb fire and put pressure on the infantry, and then to, like, you know, have the anti-tanks back up. The bulldozer jump, the Stuke slamming into the side of it. Stuke being hit with the anti-tank guns. Good shots there, both penetrating. Pan's going for the captain in the south side here. Got one squad ready to turn. The captain here is now at his increased, you know, possibilities getting utterly annihilated. And there you go, that's exactly what happens here. Wipe out the Panzer Grenadiers, push up the center. Sturmpanzer 4 here arriving. And we got a grenade here on the Grenadiers inside the building. Narrowly getting out of there, but there's a good chance getting wiped. Very good chance. Even got a mine here from Auxiliary Priest in the middle of the road. And I really should be getting some minesweepers. Sturmpanzer moving forwards though. The Sturmpanzer was designed for urban combat and for blasting apart, you know, bunkers and fortified structures. It was very much based off the experiences of Stalingrad, where they realized they needed something, you know, heavily armored and armed to blast through all those buildings there. In fact, they created a sort of predecessor to the Sturmpanzer 4 there in Stalingrad as the Stu 33 IB, I believe, or something like that, and which looked very similar to the Sturmpanzer 4, except it had more, you know, less sloped armor. North side here, paratroops in the mine. Still no upgrade for this paratroop, alright. Finally spotted the Rav squad. So, little fanfare, of course, they would later come up with the Sturmtiger as, like, you know, but when you don't just need to, like, deal with a building, you need to deal with an entire block of them. The Sturmtiger, though, would be significantly less popular because it was terribly inaccurate, and in fact, most German commanders were concerned it might actually do more damage to themselves than the enemy. Sturmpanzer hits the anti-tank mine there, the heavy one there, so it's with a heavy ink damage. Got artillery called in here. The single artillery barrage, Stuke's pushing in as well here. Brass being hammered here by the Sturmpanzer 4. Stuke charging in the cover of the artillery barrage here. Anti-tank's being pushed back. Things were exploding. The Americans on the defensive here. Stuke taking a hit here from the anti-tank gun. Almost got it. There we go. Trying to wreck the anti-tank gun here. Stuke taking further damage. Withdraw, at least as reactive pop smoke here. I believe. There, oh, Stuke pulling back. Part of it, though, is I'm not actually used to playing with Mechanized a lot. Like, I've been playing Break for so long there, so I keep forgetting when I play Mechanized, and I do have access to smoke canisters. Victory points-wise, a bit more stable now, but he's definitely suffered a lot in terms of anti-tank guns. The strategy definitely does have a few kinks there. Meanwhile, we'll up with some Starstorm here for some extra elite infantry to further pile on with the Panzergrenadier. These northern side, Sturmpanzers and Sturmgeschütze in need repairs. Hunter farm shown here for Auxiliary Priest moving forwards. Duke shoots and bounces off the Hunter farm of Sherman, pushing him with the Panzers just to clear out the anti-tank guns, since again they are pretty much my primary threat here in that sense. They are by far the primary threat. I'm down to 294 with my 327. Focusing on the Sturmgeschütz because, well, you know, the Sturmpanzer 4 is going to, like, you know, not be able to get out there fast, so there's a chance that they might just rush it down and destroy it, so I'd rather just prioritize the Stugs. Anti-tank front center here, baited by Bretto's push there, honestly, by Auxiliary Priest. He does have famine infantry, but still not leading, and we still haven't seen, like, any upgrades for the paratroopers. Starts on the round on the flank here. Panzer is then going for the anti-tanks. The 100 Farm Sherman is a threat to my infantry, but, you know, not as much of a threat as my infantry is to those anti-tank guns. Sturmgeschütze is following up here. One has been abandoned already. Starts from the river through the engineers close being wiped out here. That would certainly hurt. Auxiliary Priest there, anti-tanks up in the Sturmgeschütz. 3 Ausführung G.
A strategic point is being claimed.
Paratroop trying to advance on the victory of the anti-tank gun, only get suppressed. We got the Stuks there with their own machine gun opening up here and firing at the anti-tank gun. Starston, they keep the anti-tank from advancing further here with the MD-42 and the G-43s. Almost got the anti-tank gun here, but end up withdrawing a bit here. Chickening out a bit now, then a push back again, when I probably should just not done that at all. This is a bad call there by me, and I'm at high risk of losing the Stuk here. In fact, what I'm trying to do here is actually clear out the anti-tank gun with the machine guns of the Stuk, which is get lucky. Theoretically not a bad idea, but even then what I should have done is withdrawn the one Stuk and sending the other one with a point-blank blast to get the job done. Instead, I end up losing a Stuk and not clearing out that anti-tank gun. And he's airdropping another anti-tank. And he's airdropped a lot of anti-tanks, by the way. Sturmpanzer moving forwards here. Slamming into the paratroopers here. Bouncing a shot there from the anti-tank gun. And then wrecking another one. But yeah, the way he keeps just dropping anti-tank, it definitely means he's got less manpower for like infantry or other armor. It's like, definitely needs to be a bit more careful than the tankers, at least at this rate. 247 to 327. Sturmgeschütz fires. We'll have to see what happens next here for Auxiliary Priest.
We're losing it.
Sturmpanzer being hauled back for a few repairs. Got a mine around there. Nope, by the way, at this point, I have hit the mine, so I know he's got the mines down, but I'm still not going for minesweepers. This, by the way, is a notable strategic failure by me. Like, as soon as I hit one anti-tank mine, my priority should be upgrading whatever pioneers I don't have upgraded with minesweepers. And I'm not doing it, so that's actually a big thumbs down to me. That is absolutely sloppy play. Up north here, pioneers pushing in there. I mean, even got like 3 pioneer squads that, and only one upgrade flamethrowers. So you can easily, like, you know, get 2 minesweepers here. But I'm not. Meanwhile, Starstorm pushing forwards, getting hit by the Sherman. Almost got the paratroop squad here.
They've captured a victory point.
Map control wise, it's sort of 50-50-ish split, but the problem is for Auxiliary Priest, like, he's really focused on just putting down the main road. Still, like, pushing through the south here, the north, which makes it easier for me to contain Auxiliary Priest with my assault guns and my assault tanks, or Sturmpanzer. Going for a Panther 4 here, Sturmpanzer moving forwards. Decent shot there. Stay focused. Panzers holding up here, so at this point I've lost my Grenadiers, but I got 3 Panzer Grenadier squads and a Starstorm squad. I even have the option of going for Sturmgewehrs on my Starstorm, though. Admittedly, I find them cooler with the MiG-42, so I typically tend not to go for the assault rifle upgrade unless I feel like I have to. Pushing subs in the Panzer Grenadiers, that is, I have to get really aggressive. Panther 4 ready, the Panzerkampfwagen 4 Ausführung H. Which was the second to last model of Panther 4. Mine goes off next to my Sturmpanzer, and tanks moving forwards again. And again, note the pattern he's been, like, conducting, like, he's really focusing on control of the center here. To the point, like, and he kind of sort of ignores, I feel like, at times, the rest of the map, which is great for me. But I think it is curtailing, like, you know, what Auxiliary Priest could do against me. Got the stars from the run along on the Panther 4. Basic plan at this point is to, like, flank around here, attack from both sides. Geschütz being attacked with the Sherman. Sturmpanzer on the flank here. Panzer busy with the route on the south. Sturmpanzer moving in here. Nope, by the way, I'm actually making a big mistake here, because what I should be doing as soon as I push in is actually pop Sung artillery barrage, so that way to help deal with the anti-tankers and make it harder for them to just stand up and shoot at my Sturmpanzer or anything else. Instead, I just keep pushing forwards here. Panzer getting wiped in the south here. Panther 4 hits an anti-tank mine there. Again, another mistake there for, you know, literally not getting a minesweeper earlier. So I'm making several mistakes here. So this ends up being a really poorly executed assault here. I lost my Sturmpanzer, I lost my Sturg. Admittedly, I feel like the Sturmpanzer should be more effective against, you know, a bunch of anti-tankers like that. But even then, like, you know, I do get the Sung artillery called in finally. But at that point, you know, all of my armor is gone. I do wreck all of the anti-tank guns, but, you know, they are notably more easily replaced than, you know, a Sturmpanzer Stug and a Panther 4. So, definitely sloppy play there by me. I got, I think, too overconfident there. And that allowed my opponent to, like, do a lot of damage to me and, you know, suffer relatively negligible. Again, he still lost 3 anti-tank guns. That's still going to hurt him. That said, he still needs to upgrade his paratroopers. Like, we're almost half an hour into the game there, and the paratroopers have for quite a while now, still haven't been upgraded. And we got another airdrop anti-tank gun. Panther being lined up here. I mean, of course, I now have pretty much the entire battle group there picked out. Comes to the scouts, get balde Ladung on the paratroopers, the 82nd Airborne there. And I'm actually upgrading the Starstorm with the Sturmgewehre because I feel like, again, like, you know, I just suffered a lot of losses. I need to push harder, and that does mean I probably want to consider this MG, the assault rifle on my Starstorm. Also, there's a part of me that's a bit curious how to perform because I haven't really used it a lot there, so there's also a part of me that just wants to test it out, honestly. Can't deny that. I cannot deny that. Got 323, 235 here. Starts when they catch the last squad over the Sturmgewehre. Machine gun flanked as auxiliary priest, they're pushing in hard here for freedom and democracy. Sherman, they're being fixed up. We got a second Hunter Farmer Sherman out here for auxiliary priest. Clearly wants to make life miserable for my infantry, which is, you know, I think quite a fair idea here by auxiliary priest. Starstorm pushing in here. Going for the rifleman. And there you go, rifleman, there goes Sherman swinging in there. Starstorm to withdraw here soon in the south here. Bravo squad found for the southern field point. Panzer's rushing in there. Starstorm being pushed back, unsurprisingly. Panzer looking to finish off the rifleman side, keep them off the fuel point and prevent here auxiliary priest from grabbing it sooner. On the farm, Sherman pushing ahead, Panther being routed. Paratroop coming in as well. There's still no upgrade on them. Still none. And now I got the Panther. The Panzerkampfwagen 5. Ausführung D. Which will certainly help, like, you know, stabilize the situation for me again after losing all my armor in a pretty poorly executed assault. That said, despite all these losses, auxiliary priest hasn't really gained a lot of map control because, yeah, I feel like just a bit too slow that's to, you know, turn the tide. But also, of course, I still have like a fair amount of elite infantry, which can, you know, make things tough for his troops. Got another unit being airdropped here, probably another anti-tank here from auxiliary priest. Like, it's incredible how many's just airdropped in there. Incredible. Finishing up here, Starstorming in as well. On the function, they're being fixed up. Panther hanging back for now, obviously. Not going to rush it in too recklessly. Pioneers pushed up north. And note, of course, I still haven't gone for any minesweepers. Again, half an hour into the match now, and again, it's been some time since like first lost, you know, some like hit an anti-tank mine. And I still haven't gone for minesweepers. Like, you know, definitely sloppy play there. Starstorm going for the anti-tank guns. And Panther, meanwhile, is bouncing anti-tank gun shells. Again, priority is the anti-tank guns. Shermans can be dealt with later on. Once the anti-tank guns are gone here, the Shermans are pretty much exposed here against the Panther. Back to auxiliary priest. There you go. Both anti-tank crews now cleared up. Panther pushing in here, diving through the line. Starstorm eventually 2 there. 16 kills for the fatherland. Almost got the 100 from Sherman here. Really going sour now here for auxiliary priest's infantry is dying. His anti-tank's been cleared out there. He is in a really bad position. We got another airdrop unit here. It is another airdrop anti-tank gun. Like, he's dropped in so many now. Like, I would not be surprised if he actually defected just dropped in like a company's worth of anti-tank guns there. If not 2. Like, he's thrown in so many tanks. Got another single artillery barrel gen here. Partly just denying the anti-tank guns here.
We have anti-tank crews reporting in.
Just reinforcing healing. 95 to 310. Got another Panther on the way for me here. As for auxiliary priest. Maybe some Hellcats, but also he needs more infantry. And, you know, he really needs to upgrade those paratroopers. Like, I'm amazed, like, you know, how far into the match, and the paratroopers still haven't been upgraded. He's flanking in and been caught by the German forces there, pushing north to the paratrooper, the Ralph squad. You also got the concealment ability there on the paratroopers. Very solid one there, thumbs up. Panther being fixed up, engineers routed. We got the Starstorm going to deal with the rifleman here. They do also have a mine here from auxiliary priest. There you go, Starstorm got shock assault here. That's it. They're getting focused down by cells from cell sides here. So that's obviously not working out too well for them. He's actually airdropping a 30 cal now. That feels rather late, and honestly might actually benefit a lot there, considering how much you need infantry yet from actually airdropping someone much sooner. There's a bit of an oversight, and also something that, you know, probably could have pointed out much sooner here. Like some all my infantry play probably been much harder to execute if like he'd actually had some anti-machine guns out that helped deal with all the panzer guns and later on the Starstorm. Panzer ready, got the panzer gunners running along. Line goes off there, we got 76 to 302.
Enemy has 300 points.
Infantry run along here. Quickly getting the paratroopers, following up here, pushing ahead here.
Enemy movement near a victory point.
Going for the Sun Victory Pump, but there you go, routed by the ace level rifleman there. Panther hanging back here. And I hit another heavy anti-tank mine, and another one of my tanks ends up with a heavily damaged engine. Thankfully, though, he doesn't have anti-tank guns or tank destroyers or whatnot that can actually punish me for rushing in my tank blinder like that. Thumbs up to Auxiliary Priest with all these heavy anti-tank mines. And I still, by the way, I believe, haven't gone for a single bloody minesweeper. That is... finally, 34 minutes into the game, I go for minesweepers. Not exactly great there by me, honestly. Starstorm pushing for the southern victory point. Here we got the anti-tank holding back here. Sherman at the rifleman pushing forwards. Hellcat almost done.
A victory point is under attack. We must act. Only 75 points left for us.
75 points left here. And there you go. Hellcat ready here for Auxiliary Priest.
They've captured a victory point.
Honey's being sent to fix up the Panzerkampfwagen. In the south side here, Starstorm appearing from ambush, hitting the 30 cal there, forcing it back, and of course backed up by an ace-level machine gun crew here. Panther in reserve. Up north here, pushing for the fuel pump there, a victory pump there, goes straight to the Panther 4 and the Panzer guns there. Hellcat diving in for the Panther 4. But it's being repaired, and there you go, GG. Well played here from Auxiliary Priest. And that is it, game over. Bit of back and forth here, some aggressive plays, but in the end though, Auxiliary Priest I feel like just end up overfocusing the center here on like the main road, which made it much easier to contain them and also meant I didn't have to focus so much on the sides, whereas again, I didn't have to, of course I could, but I didn't have to defend as much on the sides, so it made it easier again to further gain a resource advantage and steadily bleed him out. So I feel like in this regard, he definitely probably needs to like reconsider some parts of his strategy there. Because I do think the Hunter Foundation, I think, is a pretty good idea, but the way he ended up handling it, I think, limited what he could actually do with it. Plus, the lack of upgrades for the paratroopers I felt was also just very odd, and it only gave me further advantages. Of course, I could also done better with minesweepers, and obviously I would be more careful with the way I, flanked, and could also coordinate some of my pushes better. But I feel like ultimately, though, part of what I wanted to show this map is just to highlight, this kind of like, mechanized Wehrmacht build. Again, some of the primary reasons, which again includes fuel seizure. And, just also highlight the power of Panzer Grenadiers, which I do feel like get a bit of a bad reputation with Wehrmacht players, but honestly, I think they're actually quite good, especially with the officers' quarters. They can, like, hit those high levels very fast, and they can do some quite good work there. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment, tell a friend, tell a family, but not your enemies. This is ImperialDane. Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye, everyone.